see us peel out of the parking lot the last day of school, it's usually not the students. It's us. Well, it's interesting because I started on chalkboards, which turned into whiteboards, and now we use smartboards. But what I really need is a waterboard. Have you ever spent that much time with teenagers? You know, it's hard to keep teenagers' attention nowadays. If you can't get a lesson plan out in a 144-character tweet, you're history. Now, when I started teaching high school, I walked into the classroom the first day, and there was crying and screaming and smoke. And that was just from the substitute teacher. There was a fight going on. First thing I did is shout, "No blood in the classroom." Always fine. So I break up the fight, and I take the two culprits to the principal's office. The first thing we said is, who's watching your classroom? First rule, never leave the classroom unattended. When I returned to the classroom, there's a lot of commotion going on. They're placing bets on how long I'll stay. I threw them for 20 minutes. One of the kids shouted out, "You're tight, Mrs. Schmitz." I have no idea what that means. I called a friend who has a teenager. They said, "I'm tight. What does it mean?" He said, "Relax. That's a good thing. It means you're cool." Well, at least I got that working for me. Next rule, learn the vocabulary of the planet I just landed on. So anyways, did you know that students cheat on their exams using cell phones? Surprise! Oh yeah, they can look at you in the eye and text each other underneath the desk and get all the answers from the smart Asian kid in the front row. Yeah. So I went ahead and I would try and take away their cell phones if I caught them. And then I'd have to take them and hold on to the cell phone, and the parents would get really angry with me. They weren't angry at the kid for texting in class. They were mad at me because they had to drive down to the school to pick up the cell phone. Hey, they could have just texted me. I had the phone. So I gave up. Instead of taking their phones away from them, I went ahead and I had the students come in after school. And I'd have them dust the computers, vacuum the classroom, and clean the whiteboards. Do you know how many kids don't know how to dust, vacuum, or clean? They're like husbands.
Hey!
So anyways, I said, well, if I can't take away the cell phone, at least we can learn a new skill. So the kids would threaten me and complain. And they said, "I'm going to call my parents." I said, "Here, use my cell phone." "Mrs. Schmitz is making me dust, vacuum, and clean the classroom." The parent would say, "Good for Mrs. Schmitz. Now you've learned a skill you can teach your father." You know, not all kids are bad. They don't all have cell phones. Right? Did you know the high school dropout rate is 25% a year? That's the same as it is for teachers that leave the classroom. Yeah. So I guess that makes me a high school teacher dropout. But that's okay. I'm making pretty good money these days. Anybody want to buy a new cell phone? Thanks